So we came back from New Orleans from the Super Bowl this year, and the Wednesday afterwards, because you guys like when I do power rankings.
Oh.
You like when I do silly power rankings.
Mm-hmm.
You like when I state things as fact when you know I'm a more nuanced guy, but I'm forced into being
Forced?
Yeah, I'm forced.
I mean,
I'm being forced against my will.
We may guide you some way, but not like force.
I understand. You showed
just
me the light eventually on power rankings.
Wow.
You're like, you should do a weekly power rankings, and I'm like, well, what's so powerful? Like, tell me why they're called power. You know, like, is it about the now? Is it about the future?
Just so everybody listening realizes, this was a real conversation. Like,
yeah.
I
Actually,
had to
was.
break down.
I remember
No,
this.
it's power, Rich. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
I
week
remember
by
this.
week.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did not want to do it, Rich.
I understand.
You did not want to do it.
Oh, yeah. So I understand you want me to be clickbaity. I get it.
I mean, not on all things, but you know,
okay.
it's springtime.
So I gave you what you want.
Oh, thank you.
I like giving you guys what you want.
See?
Thanks.
Okay.
That happens every other Friday.
Please. TJ is not referring to his paycheck. He's referring to the bi-weekly invite he has to light the Shabbat candles in my house.
That is true. I'm a man of the people.
I'm the Paul Pierce of the Rich Eisen Show.
L'chaim.
Which means on that one time, I was carried out of here to the bathroom.
We are
That was 2 Super Bowls ago.
off the
Well,
rails.
there was also the trash
Taylor
can
Orlovsky
incident.
has no idea I vomited once upon a time in the middle of a conversation with him. And then needed to be replaced. Susie drove down the 405.
Oh, he was on the
Finish
other
the
day. We
show.
should have told him.
Yeah,
we
right.
forgot
You
about
know
that.
what? I just think at some point Dan will be here in person. I need to see him.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
know?
a story you got to share face to face.
Yes, yeah, that is. At any rate, I digress. Came back from the Super Bowl, and I gave you a way too early power rankings.
Yes.
So here they are.
Oh, look at that.
Where I said the Eagles are number 1 for the 2025 season, followed by the Ravens, Commanders, Chiefs, Lions, Bills, Rams, Vikings, Broncos, and Chargers. And just to add to the lunacy of all this, you guys were pushing back on me about the merits of this rankings.
Obviously.
When
Of course.
it's meritless to begin with, on its face. That's why we added another way to the way too early power rankings.
Just so people were aware.
But a lot of people call the NFL draft
Yep.
the off-season Super Bowl.
Indeed.
So if I'm going to start doing a way too early power rankings after the Super Bowl, then I need to do a way too early power rankings after the NFL draft. Now that we've gotten the free agency period done and the coaching hiring cycle done and the draft finished. A little bit more information here, which removes just one of the ways from the headline. So here now
You're on the clock, Rich.
is my way too early power rankings for 2025. Hit it.
This is mine.
Power rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power rankings.
I love your giggling over there.
I got to mute myself
So silly.
sometimes.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Get the bells.
Here we go. Here we go.
Write these down. Let's go. I feel like I'm going to have issues. Yeah.
New to the list.
Oh,
New. Yes. I've liked what they've done. And when you keep a core of a team together, when you keep the core of a team together that has made the playoffs 5 straight years and has the longest active streak of winning the division in the NFC, and you keep that veteran-laden team together, and you add a bunch of rookies to help the side of the ball that needs that help, and then you also add a rookie to an offense that's got a Hall of Famer in Mike Evans, and it's got Chris Godwin back, and you got Baker Mayfield pulling the trigger. The 4-time defending NFC South champion Buccaneers are 10th on the list.
Is this literally just because Jason Light's coming on?
Nope.
I mean, it would be smart.
Well, I mean, the guy did say yes when we said,
you have to appeal your audience.
Wow.
Appeal to
I'm putting
them.
the Bucks here.
Okay.
By the way, they
Interesting.
added Tez Johnson in the 7th round out of Oregon. That's not a bad 7th rounder. The guy's fast.
He's fast.
And,
Confirmed.
Emeka Ibuka is now added to that wide receiver.
Yeah, he's
group.
very good.
Okay.
Think about that.
Even just yesterday, we're like, Kate Otten, not too bad. You went higher register on the Bucks yesterday. Now that I'm saying it with a level voice, you're pushing back on a way too early power rankings.
Yeah, that was yesterday. This is today.
Yeah.
Number 9 on the list, down 4 spots from the way too early list to the 9th spot on the way too early list. Yeah, it's just stupid. They lost Carlton Davis in free agency, replaced him with DJ Reed. They lost both coordinators. I got to see what the Lions look like.
Oh, wow.
They lost both coordinators.
Wow, the Campbell honeymoon's over.
It's not over. They're in the top third in the NFL.
They were in the top 3 all year.
I know.
Kneecaps.
They got one and done. They lost both coordinators. Last team that lost both coordinators went from the Super Bowl to barely making the playoffs.
They were 10-1, the Eagles, that year.
I know, and then lost several in a row.
Okay.
And they still made the playoffs, which, by the way, is what a 9th overall team on a power rankings list does.
All right. Interesting.
It's also the last day of April. Ish.
This isn't my list. It's your list.
Number 8. Oh, I'm moving them up. They revamped their offensive line. They took 2 of the best offensive linemen from the Indianapolis Colts in Will Freeze and Ryan Kelly, the center, and put them on their offensive line. They added Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave to their defensive line. They added Jordan Mason to their running back room and kept Aaron Jones. They added Rondale Moore pew, pew, to a wide receiver room that is already quite significant, headlined by Justin Jefferson. They re-signed their coach of the year, Kevin O'Connell. They re-signed Harrison Smith. The only reason why the Vikings are 8th on this list is I do need to see what my guy J.J. McCarthy looks like. Vikings are 8.
I think you had them 8. I think they stay the same.
They are no change.
No
This
change.
team stays like before. Like the Rent and Godfather Part 2.
Like a buffalo.
Thank you, Mike. Up 2 spots. 1 spot for each dynamite bold-faced name, if they're healthy, defenders that they took in free agency from the 49ers defensive side of the ball. In Greenlaw and Afonga. Evan Ingram, they add the tight end in free agency. Jahdae Barron, let's try and shut down one half of the field. That isn't shut down because our defensive player of the year in Patrick Surtain shuts down the other side. R.J. Harvey, a running back out of UCF, could be a steal of the draft. Bo Nix, how's he going to follow things up? I'm putting the Broncos 7th, guys.
Okay.
They made the playoffs. They are good, and I can't wait to see what they look like this year. Number 6 on the list.
7.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm keeping the Bills 6th. I mean, I understand the Bills fans are like, where's the help for the offense? You even were shouting at me yesterday, Chris.
I'm shouting. I think is a lot,
You
but-
raised your voice at me, and I won't forget it. All right.
Bills stay 6.
Okay.
Like a buffalo.
You could basically say the toughest thing going on in Josh Allen's life is buying a ticket to see the most red-hot movie in the United States of America.
Did you see what Sauce Gardner said about that?
I did. But also, Josh understands. His wife is a bona fide top-notch actress. All right? Everybody back off Josh Allen. The Bills are 6th. Man, I'm not taking any cheese that this is the year they're not going to win their division. Number 5 on the list is down 1 spot because I think others have stayed like a before. Or have improved. The Chiefs did get Travis Kelce staying put. So that, I think, is a significant addition. They didn't lose any more from their offensive line than the ones they were willing to cough up. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're still a top 5 team in the National Football League. They're number 5, up 3 spots. Guys, I'm going to just say this right now. You guys are going to go to more games than you're selling tickets to on the secondary ticket market.
That's actually true this
I'm
year.
already doing that.
You
I'm doing
guys
it
are
this year.
actually going to go to
I'm
more
taking
Rams
off some
games.
Sundays.
You're going to go to more Rams games.
100%.
You're going to take off more days from the job that you take off more days for this show than anything else to go see a football game,
No,
Mike.
that's
that
not true.
infuriates me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I ain't buying it.
Come
For
on,
the
Mike.
Rich Eisen Show, I'm not taking days off. But to go see the Rams play football? Absolutely.
I mean, he's got better seats for the Rams than this show, I think.
Great line. Great line. great line.
I can attest.
Mike Del Tufo for the Rams. I'll turn down FS7.
Stop. I'm on Big Fox all the time now.
The Rams have added Devontae Adams. I know they lost Cooper Kupp, but Devontae Adams is at the top of his game. They kept Matthew Stafford. They added Poona Ford to the defensive line that is young and awesome. I think they've made some help for the offensive line significantly. They did lose Christian Roseboom, but the Rams should be a top 5 team this year.
Drafted a fun tight end.
The Ravens are down one spot, but they're still a top 3 team.
That's good.
Oh, you'll understand why the Ravens are down one spot. I'll tell you what, man. DeAndre Hopkins was a nice add. They kept Ronnie Stanley. They added Malachi Starks in the draft. Mike Green out of Marshall was a second-round pick who fell because of some red flags of off the field that obviously the Ravens are say that they can figure out. The only guy with more tackles for loss entering this year's draft than Mike Green is Abdul Carter. And I like Cooper Rush as the backup, dude. Except the only difference between Cooper Rush in Baltimore and Cooper Rush in Dallas is if Cooper Rush gets in and wins games for an injured quarterback, no one thinks it's Cooper Rush's job when Lamar Jackson comes back.
Yeah, well, in all fairness, nobody thought that the other time either.
Settle down just a little bit.
Number 2 on the list, up one spot to cause the Ravens to go down one, is the Commanders.
Oh.
Wait.
Tunsil and Debo before anything else. And they just, they see the unicorn and they say, we're not only going to protect them, we're going to give them another weapon. And they drafted Josh Conerly out of Oregon to be the right tackle to Tunsil's left tackle. The Commanders, man. And number 1 is still the Eagles. No change there. So I put the Bucs in, dropped the Chargers out, changed things around. And that's my way too early power rankings for the 2025 season. The only question is when I'm just going to do the too early version. When would that be? Like June?
It seems like a good time.
You know what I mean?
Maybe right before training camp.
Maybe
I don't
right
know.
before training camp. That's the too early version.
Just, no team that won the draft. That's all.
Okay.
Midsummer.
All right. You're putting the Patriots in the top 10 teams. Okay. And you're barking at me about putting in the top 10 the team that has won its division 4 straight times, which is the most of anybody in the entire National Football Conference.
I had them as the top 5 offense last year.
Who? The Bucs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday I had that's top
All
Bucs,
right.
top 5 offense.
Then you pushed back.
Well, that's my job.
Okay. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.